This short video will walk you through the steps in preparing your image for display in the ePortfolio. It is a very easy three-step process. First, you will resize your image, then you will crop your image, and then you will save your image. The first step is to navigate to the image that you would like to use in the ePortfolio. I have saved my image in a folder called Kokoska. I'm double-clicking. Notice that I have 3 images in this folder, but I'm not sure which image I want to use. I would like to be able to see these images in thumbnail view. So anywhere in your open window, right-click, View, and choose Large Icons. This will give you a thumbnail of each of the images at this location. Put your cursor over the image you want to use. A pop-up window will tell you more information about the image. This image, for example, is a JPEG image. Its dimensions are 2400 by 3000. This is in what is called pixels. For the image we want to display in our ePortfolio, we need 150 pixels by 150 pixels. Right-click on the image you want to use and select Open With, and from the submenu, select Paint. Paint is a photo editing program that is installed by default on most Windows computers. As I mentioned before, look how large this image is. In the status bar, we will see that it is 2400 by 3000 px, or pixels. We need to resize the image. In the image group, select the resize icon. At the Resize and Skew dialog box, notice that percentage is selected. We need to select pixels. The horizontal changes to 2400 and the vertical to 3000. Click in the horizontal text box, highlight the 2400 and type 150. Press the Tab key. Notice that the vertical size automatically changed to 187 pixels. This is because the image is not a perfect square. It changed the vertical in proportion to the horizontal. We will click OK. We have done the first step. We have resized our image. Now we need to make sure that the horizontal is 150 pixels. We will do that with a process called cropping. Cropping means that we take away unwanted sections of the image. So we are going to crop a little bit from the top of our image and a little bit from the bottom of our image until it is 150 pixels. In the image group, click the Select down arrow and choose Rectangular Selection. Move your cursor onto the image. At the very left margin, I'm putting it just a little bit above the top of my head. Click and drag to the right, all the way to the right and down. And we are going to drag down until the status bar shows 150 pixels. And I noticed that I'm a little bit from the left of my screen, so it only shows 147 horizontal. So I'm going to release and click the Select and Rectangular Selection again. I need to get a little closer to the edge of my screen. Now I'm dragging across, and I have 150 horizontal, and as I drag down, I'm watching the status bar to see when it gets to 150 pixels. When both the horizontal and vertical reach 150 pixels, release. Notice at the bottom of the screen, 150 by 150. And the second number is what it was originally, 150 by 187. In the image group, click the crop icon. This removes the unwanted part of the picture. You now have an image that is 150 pixels by 150 pixels, the exact size you need for your ePortfolio. Now the third step, we will save the image. Click the down arrow on the paint icon, select Save As. It should go back to the same folder where you got the image. If it doesn't, make sure that you navigate to the folder in which you have your image. And then you are going to name your image. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to highlight the name it has now, and I'm going to type ePortfolio _ Kokoska. Now I can leave it as a JPEG image, or I can make it a PNG image. Either of these images are good for web display. I am going to go ahead and show you that we might want to change it to a PNG image. And then click Save. Notice on the title bar, we now have our image named ePortfolio Kokoska Ping. And then we are going to close Paint. Notice in my folder I now have a new image, ePortfolio Kokoska Ping. If you double click the image, it will open in your default photo editing program. And there is the image that we are going to put in our ePortfolio. Thank you.